into a spiritual situation. If they would look at hip hop for what it is, they would understand that it is something spiritual. Let me read you something right quick. Deuteronomy 7:23 says, "But the Lord thy God shall deliver them unto thee, and shall destroy them with a mighty destruction until they be destroyed." Speaking of the enemies of Israel. "And he shall deliver their kings into thine hand, and thou shalt destroy their name from under heaven. There shall no man be able to stand before thee until thou have destroyed them." Now, this is where hip-hop is found in the Bible. Hip-hop is all over the Bible because hip-hop is a culture. Hip-hop is a culture that was created out of lack, out of poverty, out of hurt, out of not having a voice, out of a deficit. So because it was a culture created without the true and living God in mind, or because there was a lack of the true and living God available, it was created by men. So that's all over the Bible. All the cultures that were created, all the groups of people that were created without the true and living God. God said, when you go into their land, don't do after their works, utterly destroy their works. Listen to what he says in 7:25. "The graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee." I mean, these guys are wearing these gold teeth, gold chains, the holy hip-hoppers trying to emulate these guys, and these guys have made this gold their graven images. They worship money. They worship the love of money and self. And now the holy hip-hoppers, Lil Irock grabbing his crotch, running across the stage. You got all these other Christian so-called holy hip-hoppers trying to look like people that worship other gods. Listen to what he says after that. He says, "Nor take the gold or silver unto thee, lest thou be snared therein, for it is an abomination unto the Lord thy God." Now listen to Deuteronomy 7:26. "Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it, but thou shalt utterly detest it." That means you're not supposed to want it in your house. You're not supposed to want hip-hop. You're not supposed to want this culture in your midst. And it says, "And thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing." It's an unclean thing. Why? Because it was created without God. It was created without the true and living God. Even the American culture rests upon the Bible and biblical teachings, but the hip-hop culture was created without God. How are you going to make something that was created without the true and living God in it holy? You're going to put God in it? What if the children of Israel tried to put God in the midst of the Amalekites, just like King Saul did? Or what if Achan tried to put God in the junk that he hid in his tent? God said, "Get it out." God said, "Take it away, utterly destroy it, and don't let it be named among you." Why? Because when the people created that culture, they were born into a system that did not acknowledge me, but was a replacement for me. So how are you going to take that replacement for God and make it holy? I feel ridiculous even talking about this. Talking to 30, 40-year-old men still trying to be hip-hop and trying to convince children that they need it, when in actuality all the children need is the way, the truth, and the life.